you know what? I can't be bothered to bolt anymore onto that. I'm going to bolt it back in the frame, and then we can start assembling in the frame as such. And I'm not going to take that centre stand off, I don't think, because I can't be arsed. Right. And another reason to bolt it in now is that it's getting fucking heavy, and the more I bolt on it, fucking hell, the heavier it gets. Okay, right, somewhere, you guys over there, probably not going to be that interesting actually. I'm not even filming. In fact, the light is shite, isn't it? Let me try you back over here, because you can't see a fucking thing there. There we go. It's not much better. I can always cut this out, couldn't I? You guys will never know, obviously, but I could always cut it out and just come back and say, hey, here's the engine fitted. Right, engine bolts. Engine mounting bolts. I ain't done the shocks yet, so even though I can put the front mounts in, until I refurb the shocks, it's still going to be sort of sitting down on the floor, isn't it? On a jack or something. Right, let's see how this goes. But yeah, the engine's in. That's all it is. 2 bolts and the rear shocks. That's all that holds that baby in. So yeah, I don't quite know what's going on, or whether I can show you, but on this side the hole is actually bigger than the head of the bolt, so I can only assume it must have had some big old washer on there or something. I don't know if you can see that, because I can't even see the screen, but yeah, don't quite know what that's. I have to re-look at the footage to see how I took that out. In fact, I don't even think I filmed taking the engine out, did I? No, I didn't. Ah, right, okay, we'll suss it out one way or the other. Anyway, engine in. Probably got to think about refurbing the shocks now, but engine in. Right, these shocks need to go on, but as you can see, they're very, very scruffy. I'm going to see how easy they come apart. See if I can do some attempt at refurbing them. Now I've got these. These are proper motorcycle spring compressors, but I think they're probably designed for much bigger springs than what I'm about to try and use them for. But let's give it a go nonetheless. Alright, just open this other one out. And they are made by Sealy, which I don't think they're fantastic quality, but I don't think they're better than Chinese shite, let's put it that way. or I believe they are. I'm sure someone will tell me if I'm wrong. And then in the end of those, it's just a square drive, so you can just get an ordinary ratchet. Start tensioning them up, a bit each side. Do the other side. Twisting a bit. This is where they break and probably remove your bollocks. It's probably not a good idea to be doing this near your bollocks. Top tip. I ought to get me electric gun thing on it really. It makes sense, wouldn't it? But I just can't be bothered. So the other problem with these is when you refurbish the springs and you give them a nice coat of paint, you then got to put these things on them to tension them up again for reassembly and end up fucking your paintwork up. So well, they are beginning to release. Right, and then what we're aiming for is to get that bolt or that lock nut in there. I need to open enough space up there to get a spanner in that to release it. And I think we might be there. Yes. Okay. Right, let me find a spanner that'll fit. I've got that on there, so I'm going to clamp that in the vise and then I'll bring you over just a second. Right. I haven't got a lot of room around here, to be honest, so if I can balance you up there. So what you can see, we've got it clamped in the vise, and we will try and crack that nut, and it just went. People generally don't take these apart, so I have no doubt in my mind that I'm the first person ever to strip these. Most of the time you just throw them away and buy new ones. But you know me, tight as a nut stuff. Okay, so that's that top alloy part unscrewed. And we can release that. And that's pretty much all we need to do. I can clean up that spring. I've got to release the tension on those things, obviously. We'll clean that up, get some black on there, give that a clean, and then we can put it back together best way we can. By that I mean, as I said earlier, you know, you put them spring compressors on and then they just damage your paint. But they'll look better than they do. Anyway, let me get those released, and we'll do the other one. And there we are, both shocks stripped down. See what we can do with them with regards to refurb. Okay, right, I'm going to get those springs on the wire wheel, I think. Cheers. £32.49 from my local motor factors. Springs, cleaned them up best I can, still got some rust on. Been in wifey's dishwasher, don't tell her. I've got some satin black here, which I use all the time, and some gloss black, which I sometimes use, and some primer. No particular reason for buying any of that, I just use it, so I'll keep it. I've got this Hammerite though, smooth spray. It's expensive, tenner a can, but as I'm going over a little bit of rust and I want something reasonably hard wearing, yeah, we're going to give them a coat. We're going to leave them 2 or 3 days. As I said yesterday, when I put the spring compressors on to reassemble them, I am going to gall them up a little bit. It just can't be helped. We'll just try and make them as good as we can, probably touch in with a brush, and I'm pretty sure they'll look better than they did. Anyway, let's get on with it. Very windy today. It's not ideal spraying weather, but I want to get something on these. I've got a couple of days off at work after today, so we want to give them some curing time. Trying to get all the insides as well. Anyway, look, we'll should we do the old Del Boy pan? Rippled smooth. Oh yes. Should be playing that music, whatever it's that Je Tombe or whatever it is, the one that was banned by the BBC back in my day anyway. I'd play it, but I'll probably get done for copyright. Anyway, look, we're gonna crack on and give them 2 or 3 coats, and yeah, the shocks ain't coming up bad actually. That's the, well, there you go. Well, let's do a side by side. One I've cleaned and one I haven't. So, yeah, like I say, can only look better, can't they? Right, yeah, we'll catch you back up when we've got something to show you. Should we do the old Del Boy pan once more? dropped it in the fucking weeds. For fuck's sake. Oh dear. Right, all we can do is let that dry and try and get it off, and the other one ain't too bad. I'm gonna leave it there to dry. Ah well, shit happens. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, we've just reassembled the shocks on the Kymco, as you can see. Looking much better. Certainly not pristine by any stretch of the imagination, but a damn sight better than they were. Right, let's get them back on the bike. And when I say get them back on the bike, what I mean is get one back on the bike, because the other one attaches to the wheel plate, which I can't put on until I get the wheel on, and I need to tidy that wheel up a bit. And the wheel plate is this thing. I've already given it a bit of a clean and a paint, so that's actually looking much better. But yeah, the next job on this is to get the wheel on, and before I can get the wheel on, obviously we've got to be cleaning and tidying that up a bit. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. Okay, for now that's it. Bloody thing's pulled off. Yeah, that'll do for time being, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.